Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the World Woman Davos Agenda. This is a truly special event where leaders, changemakers, and visionaries gather to shape the future. May I kindly ask you to take your seats as we get ready to start. Let's keep the room quiet so we can all fully enjoy the inspiring sessions ahead. May I kindly ask you to take your seats as we get ready to start. Thank you for your cooperation. Please make sure your phones are silenced as we begin this incredible day.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Parisa, and I'm a youth delegate here with the World Women Davos Agenda, and I'm very excited to be announcing our next session, Women in the Middle East Shaping the Digital Future. And I'm pleased to introduce our moderator, Ms. CONSTANZE SCHWEINSTEIGER, Senior Partner at Roland Berger.
Thank you, and welcome everybody, dear all, to our next session in the name of the whole Roland Berger team here. It's on women in the Middle East shaping the digital future. Most of you have probably been around for at least today or maybe even yesterday and have seen what is the main topic for this year in Davos. It's AI, so it's tech. And it's all about the digital future. So that's what makes the relevance of looking at it from a gender perspective. What do we need to become part of the change? Where is it? How do we see the change happen and the transformative power to unfold? It's not only the tech dimension, but it's people who make it happen. We need people who can adopt to what is being offered, who are ready to see opportunities and are able to translate it into their daily practices. People able to convert it into business ideas and a different way of running business. Shaping the future by inventing new businesses and setting up startups. The Middle East as a region and a process of massive transformation is an interesting area to study what transformation can unfold and unleash on power. And what women play a role in it. Is it a major role, and what does it need for them to become part of the change and the transformation? I'm happy to discuss and share insight of the importance of digital literacy and inclusion as a fundamental skill to shaping the digital future. Please welcome with me my three distinguished speakers. To my left, it's Kariman Abul-Jadajel. I really tried hard before, sorry. You are really a distinguished role model in Saudi Arabia and KSA as an Olympic participant, being one of the first women in sports and being also a Guinness record holder. So we are really pleased and happy to have you here to represent the individual personal experience in what is important in terms of digital literacy when designing your own perspective and career. With me is also my colleague, Dr. Fred von GYSEGEM. Happy to have you, Fred. You are an expert on Middle East, located there and working a lot on all aspects of the human impact on the workforce, on AI revolution and transformation. And then we're pleased to have SHAHD ALRASHED, the Chief Growth Officer of Agility. And SHAHD, you're not only the Chief Growth Officer, but you were a student in engineering in the United States. You worked in the US and in KSA. You experienced the Western perspective and then are part of shaping this transformation in KSA that is going on at the moment. So really happy to have you and discuss with you.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Kariman, to start out with you, what role did digital literacy and AI skills played in your career shaping? Did it empower you to enhance your performance, personal branding, and career opportunities as an athlete? Maybe you can talk a little bit about it.
I just want to say that I'm very lucky to be speaking here as an athlete because I'm also an architect. Mm-hmm. And if you were to talk to me about architecture, that's a whole different topics. AI and architecture, they don't just get along. But AI and sports, actually, because we know, like, why do you watch sports? Because we want to see human emotions. So I know for a fact, and I'm very lucky, and I'm in a field where I know that AI is not gonna wipe up my whole field. It's gonna enhance it. It's gonna evolve it. And it's very important. I use AI. I'm not ashamed to say that I am. Why? Because I want to enhance my performance. And one of the things that you can do is talk to it, but give it context. Because AI is just it's a computer. It's just numbers. You humanize the whole experience. Give it context. Talk about like you want to be the best. You're an athlete. You want to make sense of these information out there, and it worked wonders for me because. And I think it's gonna become even bigger because in our field we really need, like, we are striving to be the best. How can we be the best? There are so many elements in the field of sports that you need to work on. You have the physiology, you have nutrition, you have physical. We cross with a lot of sectors like health and well-being, and so we need to work on each one of them, and AI can help you advance into that. And I hope in the future not only we can just talk to AI, we can actually have AI interpret our visual content. So for instance, because in the field of sports, not everyone is fortunate to have a personal coach. You have to share your coach with athletes, and sometimes the coach can't pay enough attention to you. So what they do usually is take a video. So I wish AI in the future can interpret that video and analyze the biometrics and how can I evolve, because at the end of the day. Sports is a game of numbers. So how can I be faster? And there are so many things that you do in your daily life that can make you become faster and stronger. Sleep, your VO2 max, your everything. So it's all about incorporating AI and not afraid to use it to enhance your performance in the field of sports.
So I think it's basically sports is a wonderful field of this general idea that AI can individualize all experiences a lot better than we were able before.
Yeah, exactly, because each athlete is it's different. So you can't use the data out there and then readjust it. So the AI can help you customize the whole experience. Yes.
Exactly, and it's in sports definitely, but also in other areas we will see that things become a lot more customized, individualized, and shaped to your personal profile and needs. Thank you for that. Shahid, what challenges can hinder women's transition in tech entrepreneurship and executive roles, to compare it maybe to the sports experience? Is there anything that is very specific about this?
Thank you for that question. So if we think about women entering technology sector, we need to think about the whole pipeline, and it really starts with talent. In the MENA region where I'm from, we are gifted with a wealth of talent. If we look at Saudi Arabia, about 40% of STEM graduates are women. That outpaces the Europe and the US. So we already had a very strong foundation of talent. So what happens is the issue is conversion. Conversion starts with sponsorship, access to capital, networks. So that's really where conversion happens in the pipeline. The pipeline starts strong with a strong talent pool, but we need women. There's too few women reaching roles with operational leadership, with P&L responsibility, with investor-facing roles. And these are the roles that really produce CEOs and founders. So what works across the globe is sponsorship. People with decision-making ability, helping reach those stretch roles. And that's the way you can really turn this talent, very strong talent surplus, into a leadership surplus.
Exactly. And that's probably, we discussed it before the session, Shahid, that it's a topic that is a global challenge, basically,
yes.
How to convert it. But Fred, I saw your hand up.
Yeah, I would like to react to that, because I think, it's really inspiring what you're sharing. It's also something that we see, and I think where other regions in the world can learn something from. Because indeed, the female participation to STEM programs is indeed much higher, and it's not by coincidence. This is the result of really like a full life cycle approach from my point of view, where there are already initiatives taken from the very beginning, when children are born, to see, okay, how can we integrate digital in the parenting relationship? It's about making sure that the content of the education programs already in the primary schools is gender neutral. It's we see initiatives in Qatar, for example, taken by MCIT, the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology in Qatar, where they put girls with an interest into coding, where they put them together and they let them learn together and explore together. So there are really a lot of initiatives taken. So it's not a coincidence that we get to that result. And with regards to your question on, okay, what's then the next step? It's exactly that, and I think the next step for the region is now to make sure that the attention and the funds also go to, okay, how can we build on that strong basis and convert that into executive positions, female leadership in startups and digital startups, and yeah, that will be an exciting next step to take, I think.
If I may, Constance,
Sure,
I
just
really
go ahead.
fully agree with what you're saying. And I like when you say it's not by chance, it's by design. So like you said, the Qatar experience, the Gulf is really going through a major economic transformation. And the transformation is being driven by human capital and job creation. And in Saudi Arabia, where I'm from, and I'm very proud to see, it really wasn't by chance or an accident. This transformation was built into a national strategy. And you can see the results in terms of numbers. If you look at women in the technology sector, it went from 7% in 2018 to 35% today. It's real. I've lived through this shift, and it's incredible. And also female entrepreneurship doubled from 21% to 42%. So very strong transformation driven by a national strategy. And yeah, I agree. It's a big change happening now.
And I can just say, sorry.
Sure.
I totally agree with you. Vision 2030 is not just numbers. It's actually, we are living proof that Vision 2030 is working. And I'm very proud to be a product of our Saudi national vision. And I'm hoping to see even more girls in the sports sector and in the sector of technology and STEM.
Fred, you co-authored in Qatar the digital index for digital inclusion. You studied it. Is there anything that we can learn from digital indices and data-driven insights into this development? You just discussed that this is not by chance, but this is the result of basically policies that are set up and targets that are being set up. What would you think we can learn from this Middle Eastern experience?
Sure. I think, digital inclusion is a topic that is really looked after globally by many institutions. And indeed, you referred to the work done by MCIT Qatar on the Digital Inclusion Index. It's quite unique in at least two ways. First of all, it doesn't just provide you with the number to compare your country versus other countries, but it also looks into specific population segments: older people, younger people, nationals, international talent, and also male versus female. So it allows you to really take that lens and look, okay, where are the differences and how can we make sense of the difference? And when it comes to making sense of the differences, the index also allows you to see, okay, to already do a root cause analysis, in fact, to see, do people have access in the first place? Is it affordable? Are they able? Is there content for them? Are they motivated? So it really lets you do this root cause analysis. So it was a very useful tool to look into, for example, male, female, where are the differences? And interestingly, the research finds that, in fact, female do not perform less good in digital inclusion. Quite the opposite. They are more digitally included than the males. And when we presented the results for the first time, there was like, yeah, but this probably has to do with the high share of expat males, low-skilled expat males that are not included. But even if we put that apart, the result remains. So it was very interesting. And when the government then asked, okay, where do we need to put our money in order to push up, for example, female entrepreneurship in digital, but it's not in the basic inclusion, because the basic inclusion is already there. It's really to make sure that this level, that this basis can be used as an accelerator to convert that into the executive positions, into entrepreneurial ideas, into taking the leadership roles.
Shahd, maybe to take that over to the business world, and how far do you think advanced skills can help women, and especially AI skills, help them to become more relevant in executive roles?
So I think advanced digital skills and AI are essential. I think they are an enabler. However, I don't think they change anything for women specifically, because everybody has access to these technologies. It is changing the way we work overall. So I think we shouldn't think about a skills gap. It's more of an opportunity gap. Technology doesn't change structures. It's systems that do. We have to be careful not to treat more skills as a silver bullet that's going to fix everything, when the underlying architecture really is the same. So in my mind, it's a perception gap. And if you think about, you talked about entrepreneurship. So globally, only 2% of VC funding goes to women-founded companies. And if you look in the region, it's probably closer to 1%. And if you look at the investor base, how many women investors there are, it's around 12%. So people invest in the familiar. And that's really where the gap is. To me, yes, advanced digital skills and AI will change the way we work, and it's important, and we should encourage more women to upskill. However, digital tools don't really create opportunity. The system design does, and that's where we need to focus.
So in the end, it goes back to policies. It goes back to how do you want to see the change unfold, and what role do you see for women in this to take over?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's basically in the Middle East just the very same situation as we see everywhere else.
Yes.
But we can see that policies changed the landscape a lot in a short time. And I think that is really one of the key learnings that we should highlight. Kariman, in what ways did you use data-driven insights, and you spoke about it before, and digital platforms to advocate for greater investment in women's sports? And did this influence your role as a leader and role model? The platforms that are given by social media and so forth.
I mean, it's... In general, digital literacy is extremely important for women, and I'm going to talk about it from a performance standpoint, because it helped me understand who I am as an athlete. And I realized at the end, like, I'm striving to be the best athlete, but in the end, striving to be the best athlete means only to be a healthy human being. So if you're healthy, that means that you're actually going to be a strong athlete. So how did I become that? Like, you have so many, in this day and age, we have so many things that we can work on. We have our fitness trackers. We have those tests that test our VO2 max, which is a standard for your cardiovascular system, and that makes you understand more your performance. And we have what is your resting metabolic. I'm going to be very specific here, and that makes you understand more your nutrition, and so on and so forth. And I love that today, not so 10 years ago, that we actually have those fitness trackers at our disposal. Like, you find a lot of people wearing them, and what I really advise people to make sense of it, because they really teach you a lot. And I use it in my performance. For example, if I have my resting heart rate elevated 10 beats in one day, I understand that I really exhausted myself. And that means that I have to take it down a notch in today's workout. So these things really help you become healthier, and that's what the whole point is. My whole point is not to advocate to be the best athletes in the world. The whole point is to be the best you can become. And if you want to be an Olympian, go for it, but just lead a healthy life. And my role here is, when I started, there were no data about female women in Saudi Arabia, because I was among the first. So I started collecting my own data, going to lab results and doing these tests, the VO2 max tests and everything. And I collected a lot throughout in the last 10, 12 years. And I'm actually sharing those results with entities that are aligned with my vision. So at the end of the day, you have to be an advocate. You have to tell advise the young female athletes and females in general to use those platforms to lead a healthy lifestyle.
Understood. And Shahid, back to you, to the more business perspective on things. What role do companies like Agility play in then ultimately having female talent in the company and give them an opportunity to grow?
So at Agility, I report to a female CEO, which is very rare in the region. And growth really isn't about individuals. It's about the system and the rails around them. So those rails include digital platforms, networks, which we talked about, capital access and market connectivity. Through our venture arm, Agility Ventures, we invest in digital enablers. We invested in a company called ZID, based in Saudi Arabia. ZID takes small and medium-sized businesses and brings them online, helps with their payment processing, fulfillment, in a simpler logistics. And through ZID, we were able to help many SMEs. And this matters because 40% of SMEs in Saudi are led by women. So there's a knock-on effect.
And I think that is really also a strong message in underlying what you said before. So Fred, to come to an end here, can we say that, and I think all of you made the point, that policies make the difference? Or is it the perception, and is it role models, and is it education, is it social surrounding?
I would say it's all of that, of course, in a way, because you need to bring all those building blocks together. And I think the Middle East is there really a good example, where there was really like a very holistic approach to, okay, this is what we want to reach, what are the building blocks that we need for that, and how can we bring them together? And I think that's really the behind the successes that we see. And indeed, like you highlighted, the successes are not only, I mean, I'm founding the next digital startup, or I'm an executive in a digital company. This is a success, of course, but there are successes in all sectors. In sports, like you say, where women can use digital to just perform better, but you can pretty much apply that to any sector. And I think that's the treasure, I would say, that the Middle East has right now. I mean, because we saw it, we looked into the figures. The women are more digitally included. They have the digital basis, and they can do something with that. And they can do something with that in any sector where they end up. And I think this treasure and doing something with it is really the next step now.
Okay, then we have a few minutes left, and maybe it gives us the opportunity for all of you, each of you, to come up with a short sentence that you want to send across as the last message on the topic. Is it policy? Is it ladies go? Is it use AI? Kariman, what would you say if you shout it out loud?
Don't be shy to ask questions, and don't be shy to ask questions to AI. It's fine. Don't be embarrassed. I mean, it's here to help, so use it. It's not considered cheating. It's fine.
Maybe I will build on that, because indeed, use AI, I'm a big fan of that, but we should also realize that moving forward, performance will be driven by both your AI skills and your intrinsically human skills. So take care about both and see how both can reinforce each other to really bring you to the next level. I think that will be increasingly important. Yeah.
And I think mine will be believe in the talent that is already there. Believe in the women and their talent and what they're able to do. we've already gone leaps and bounds from in a few years. Just imagine where we will go from here.
Wow, that was strong. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, then do we have time for questions or not? No. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much for listening in to us, and see you in the next session.